Wassail Dragons. So, hello. There's an energy of change going on today. It's massive. There's a real frequency of your sacral being transformed in a way that will feel a weeny bit disturbing bodily wise, because all of your molecules are having to get used to a new magical frequency within you, which is rather lovely, but it is making me feel a bit odd in my belly. So we're beginning with, sorry, this is the 9th new moon. I didn't say that in the last reading. This is the moon of molecular bliss. Yet my moleculars are not feeling very blissful. No, they are. I've been on a lovely overnight, overday, over a couple of days, shamanic shadow journey to face some things, to deal with some things and to fix them, so that I can then move forwards and share new things with you guys. So we're beginning with, we're going back to the deck of the Enfant l'Intérieur, the inner child, because the messages that we had just now, 2 days ago for the earlier readings, were bringing the point of the path. Now this is the details of the path. We've got a lot of the energy of Cinderella coming through. So, what do we have for dragons? This is Les Chemins de l'Ival, the awakened paths, mixed with the mystical shaman, because we're getting such lovely messages from these dragons. Oh, we've got a bit of a sudden spillage. Oh. These cards are upside down, and I don't know. I need to look at those, but there's also one down on the floor. Because they're upside down, I don't know whether to put them that way. Let me just put them that way and see whether that makes sense as a message. No, it's that way. I'm saying that, might change my mind when I start reading it. So we're looking for 12 cards, dragons. It's the same with these now. So let me just have a quick look. Okay, so it begins with La Marane Fée, which is sort of like the fairy godmother. It's kind of high priestess energy. So this is very cosmic stuff. It's like a pixie wedding. It's an energy frequency of that tunnel of butterflies that I walked through. Are there butterflies? Yeah, there are. Okay, so it's kind of offering you, there's a notion of, do you most desire a spiritual home or love, dragons? But this is an energy, this is very much an energy of magic, strong magic flowing through you, dragons. And it begins with the card, La Magie, the magic, 34. And this is about how the earth grid, now that it's divine, is flowering with magic. And there are spirits and formula. It's like at a very quantum level, everything is changing molecularly. I said this is a reading, I might not have said it in your one, but this is molecular bliss, this ninth new moon. I did say it, I'm sure I did. So this is what it's reminding us. The energy of the earth around us that we need to connect with is becoming just so full of magic. Magic is oozing from everything. It's so powerful, but as this magic rises up, it's entering into our DNA and it's causing changes, and they are going to make us feel at times disillusioned or uncomfortable or fearful, because you've got to actually push that frequency out of you, and to push it out you've almost got to face it and experience it to say, I don't need this energy anymore. So it's a complicated feeling or frequency change, but it's incredibly beautiful, and it's supported by the tree of life. Look. So the idea is, in Norse mythology, is that the tree of life has the heavens, the trunk in which the earth lives, and below the earth, inside the earth, are the roots of the Yggdrasil tree. But on the main tree also, sort of Midgard, the earth is here. But the tree is macro and micro. So on every level, the tree goes into every cell and roots itself in every cell and travels backwards up to source energy, because the tree of life, the Yggdrasil, is the ether that weaves through everything. It's the magic, the sadir, that's inside everything. So this is saying that the magic of the Yggdrasil tree is rooted so hard now into the ground that any plant, any tree, any sapling will help you. The only difference is, if you can find a tree that you know well, that you've watched its seasons, or you've known and spoken to often, it's more likely to reveal deeper truths to you than something new. I'm not saying something new won't, but you've got to understand the journeying of the seasons. So if I go and see a flower and I don't know its full journey, I've not watched how it goes from growing to seeding, the different colours it has, and I'm not really looking deep inside that part of nature to understand it. But it's this thing to do with labelling. We don't need to label. It doesn't have to be an ash tree. It doesn't have to be an oak tree. It just has to be a tree or a plant or a creature that's special to you, that's connected to the earth. And that will then reveal its truth much more fully to you. But you can do this with something you don't know well, because you can ask the plant to teach you its many seasons. But it's that connection to the tree of life, the Yggdrasil, through the natural world, and that's what brings the magic back up. So then we have the card of sacrifice, which is not a sacrifice. It's about throwing everything up and transforming your sacral. That's why this we're caught in this energy of the sacral again, but it's being refilled with love, inner love for ourselves, trust and love for ourselves. So it's about transforming yourself into your full power. This is DNA. Transforming your DNA. You can see that there's an open coil, like the double helix, running round, and it's connected into the earth and up to spirit. And this is our spine on an energy frequency level, but it's also every part of our DNA on a micro level. So you connect into the earth grid through the natural world, and you draw your consciousness all the way down from the heavens, all the way down into the earth, and that will bring you into your power. Now, I want to say 5111, 5111 is relevant, because our power is being delivered to us through the ninth dimension. This is ninth dimensional being, the council, Kate Blanchett, as I like to call her, Galadriel. This is Elfenheim, Elfenheimir. And Elfenheimir, for me, is the realm at the very top of the Yggdrasil tree. Oh, and look, that's so beautiful. All of the leaves on the spiritual heavens part of this tree are actually green butterflies. Transforming yourself on every level, dragons, every level. So, she's holding all of these blossoms in her hand, these, and I want to say cherry blossoms that are just coming down like confetti. Again, it's the butterflies. The confetti of butterflies that I said I walked through, that tunnel, like a pixie wedding. The wedding is your you to you. I know they used to say, that nuns married God, but it's that sense of marrying yourself. If you can wed your truth, you are wedding source. And when you wedded your source energy, you become you in your fullness, in your truth. And that's when you become a beacon to attract all the butterflies around you. So, you're being given a choice. Look, this is like this at the beginning. The choice between spirit and a kind of fairy tale. Spirit or a fairy tale, what do you want? Because in this card, there's a bubble of spirit and there's a heart of the fairy tale of love and romance. And it's saying to you, make a choice. Make a choice. And I'm going to say to you, make a choice, but actually I'm going to tell you what your answer is going to be. Because that's what we're here for. We're here to help with the answers. So, do you pick between a world of spirit, married to spirit, or a world of love? You choose both, because that's what brings your independence. If you love you fully, you have embraced spirit fully. Because if there's some part of you don't like, or you're not happy with, or you regret, you're saying to spirit, you're dissing spirit. You're saying to spirit, this journey I went on was wrong. Whereas spirit knows it was perfect. And that if you can embrace that self-love, you can move forwards and have everything. Now that's beautiful. So we have more butterflies, but we also have the natural world communicating with you in the now. This new magic is hanging around. And look, this card is coming underneath the world, and I can't help but see this parallel between the new frequency and this new frequency of independence. When you are independent in your self-love, you have the choice to make everything perfect, not just individual choices. You choose individually for you, but by making your life absolutely perfectly everything it should be, that resonates out to everybody. So, from your new independent joy comes the rainbow running into to the drum, rushing in to strike the drum with a brand new tune. This is imbalance, this is energy, this is the rainbow, is the sunshine that comes out after the storm that's been the age of Pisces, moving into the age of Aquarius. You've got to bong your own belly drum. You've got to play that. Oh, in the Lightseers deck, she's the Knight of Wands is playing a sacral drum. So this is about bringing a new tune, bringing something brand new. But it's also, it's bringing, striking spirit and bringing spirit into your heart. Those two choices, bringing them together inside you to have everything, to not just have one thing, but to have it all. And when you bring that energy into your sacral of sacred self-love and trust, the Yggdrasil tree, this is so beautiful, look. I kind of want to somehow hold that up so that you see the Yggdrasil tree that reaches its roots down into the earth will burst from within you. That's so gorgeous. So the Yggdrasil energy bursts open within you because you've brought everything into balance within you. And what happens then? The sun comes out. The sun comes out. Absolutely beautiful. And rising up from the bottom of the Akashic records is your emotional truth. We've got a lot of circles. Sorry, I just need to hold these all up, but just trying to get hold of them all. There's a lot of circles taking shape. This is completions, this is molecular, this is that notion of every single atom within you being transformed, being changed, being moved forwards. So absolutely such beautiful energy, really, really gorgeous. I'm just laying them back down in the right order to see if there's anything else that wants to come out. So I'm guessing that this fairy godmother, oh, that's what needed to come out. She's got a key and she's handing you the key. So there's the confetti wedding. Also there's obviously the pumpkin carriage, which is another great big sacral object. Go inside your own sacred space to come back out with the key to the future. And that key is being offered by Kate Blanchett. Okay, thank you, Kate Blanchett. You're always so helpful to everyone. Anyway, that's your reading, dragons. Wassail.